Because I've got a few things I'd like to do kind of like that I've planned. And then maybe afterwards, if you want to like have a bit of a conversation or something, do you know what I mean? But I've got a few, is that okay? If I do a few things,
Yeah.
I've got a list of things that I've prepared. There's a song I've written, a poem, and there's the Royal Moss, you know, the video that I want to do. So that will take about like half an hour, I think. And then afterwards, then maybe we can just freestyle it a bit more. Okay, well, can I do the song first? Because I've got all that queued up.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get my lyrics. I've blocked everything out in here as well. I can't see anything. I'm going to be like this. Right, let me just, I won't be a tick, hang on.
Take time.
Yeah. We'll do the song first. I've got a poem, and I want to do a mess around with the cat with the paintings. Would you be able to like zoom in on these paintings? Can I just try something a minute? I just want to check. Can you see the artist?
Yes.
You know what my name is?
No.
Silly Childish.
His moustache has grown a lot since I last saw him.
No, it's not. I borrowed a walrus to wear on my face.
Very nice.
Yeah, it does, yeah, and I've been sitting here like this for an hour. I'm sick of it. Take this fucking thing off me. Oh, by the way, am I allowed to fucking swear or not, or is there no swearing?
No, I think you can swear on YouTube. I've seen tons of people swear on YouTube.
Oh, fuck buggery shit. That's great then. Oh, do you want to see? You want to see me? Look, see if there's any male cats out there. See me dirty bits.
What's the hat? What's the hat from?
Oh, I made that from cardboard. It's pretentious artist. It's a berry. Because all artists, you know, it's a cliche thing.
Yeah, very nice. And what does it say on the logo?
Pretentious artist. I wanted to put wanker in it, but I couldn't fit it in.
Right.
Because I think Jasmine, I think all artists are all wank.
Brilliant, Jasmine. Brilliant.
All right, yeah, you need to at some point. You need to comment on my hair. That it looks like an ice cream.
I would never say that to a lady. I mean, I'd say.
I don't care. You can say what you like as long as it's not. You know, I'm really not. But I noticed I've got blonde hair and I put pink streaks in. I thought it looks a bit like an ice cream from the 1980s. You know, Mr. Whippy with the cream and the.
Yeah.
But then I thought if I have bunches, I look like Abby Kadabi from Sesame Street.
I remember Sesame Street.
That's right, I can do an impersonation of the Count. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
All right, come on. 1, 2, 3, beautiful bats and crowns of Phinia. Do you want me to do Roland Gift and the fine? This is going in the thing.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Okay. I can do
it's
Roland Gift.
Mind you, just talk about boring stuff. This is interesting.
I can do Roland Gift from the Fine Young Cannibals.
Yeah, go on.
All right. Oh, my spider said, she drives me crazy. Oh, like no one ever. She drives me crazy when I can't help myself. Then it kind of segues into the Bee Gees sometimes.
Beautiful.
That's it. I don't do any more impressions.
Well, you've got a good voice, Jasmine. You've got a very good voice.
Do you reckon?
I remember when we did that thing in East Finchley about 10 years ago. Do you remember? Pleb. They were called Pleb. I think they're like students or something making some film.
I'm going through the menopause, so my brain is frying. I don't remember what I had for my breakfast this morning, actually.
I was there playing sort of background guitar, and you and Charles did a load of performances, and you did some singing.
Yeah!
And the guys, when you started singing, the guys came out.
Well, I used to be in an opera society called Una Voce. I was a child, you know, a stage school brat from child. I used to do a lot of performances, the full pavilion. I had to dance with a Smurfs dressed up as a bridesmaid and sing the Land of Make Believe.
Lovely.
But I better get this song done because I'm just going to be, you know, I'm typical Northerner. I'll just start going, yeah, 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 yeah. Hang on. I'll have to explain the context. Right, I'm obsessed with cats. You might actually, I'm going to get up and see if you can see. Can you see that? It's a cat as Queen Victoria. Can you see the t-shirt? Put it on specially today, so I look like a crazy cat lady with pink ice cream hair. Now, there's a cat I'm kind of a bit obsessed with around the corner that's like grey and black, and they call her Gertie, the people that own her. It's a crap name. Sorry. And I call her Rain Cloud, and I'm kind of obsessed with her, and she's like really affectionate and furry and this, that, and the other. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. So I've written, you know the zombie song, She's Not There?
No.
It's a 60s song, ask Charles. And anyway, it's like a sort of it's a parody, I call it. Yeah, I like dad jokes and puns. Right. Okay, I'll just sing it anyway. Does that come out? Is that quiet or not?
It's quiet, yeah.
Is that too quiet? Right, I'll do it again. Sorry about this. Not very professional, this.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Hang on, I'll shove the volume up. Okay. Sorry, I didn't say that. Is that better?
Yeah, much better.
Right. No one told me you'd be the cat love of my life. No one told me about my kitty wife. I go out every night just looking for the lady with the furry pants. Who meows like us when she sees me. Cat romance, and let me tell you about her furry face. She is a princess of the kitty race, and meow is soft and bright. Her fur is dark and light, but she's not there. She lives round the corner with a bratty kid, yeah, who doesn't like me loving her. The cat with beautiful fur. They call her the bloody cat, and then she's desperate to get away into my loving arms and pet jobs and the legs each day. And let me tell you about the furry face. She is a princess of the kitty race, and meow is soft and bright. Her fur is dark and light, but she's not there. Well, no one told me I'd meet her, the cat love of my life. Well, no one told me about her, my cat wife. Now, let me tell you about her furry face. She is a princess of the kitty race. Her meow is soft and bright, her fur is dark and light, but she's not there.
Brilliant, Jasmine. Brilliant.
Thank you. Just like to thank all my fans and my pink curtains behind me and my pink hair.
Yeah, the whole setup, that whole your whole scenery there is it looks like it's been professionally colour coordinated.
No, it's just I like pink. This maroon cover, right, Charles? This is Charles's. I don't like maroon. You know, Charles and I we kind of clash on everything. And we don't kind of see eye to eye on everything or anything. But he kind of like, he has the maroon. That's not mine. And I just pretend that's not the appropriate one. And then the back, the pink, is they're mine.
But you say that, but they complement each other so well. Your colours and that maroon. You don't think?
No.
What couch would you go for?
Leopard print or pale blue or possibly a levitating couch.
I think leopard would look good.
Yeah, like leopard print. Right, I'm gonna write. Is it okay to read a poem?
Yeah, please.
I write a lot of poetry. I'm not as prolific. Charles writes so much poetry. He kind of writes like thousands of poems in 5 seconds. I take longer. I'm a tourist, you know, snail, that kind of thing. Right, there's another cat around the corner. I kind of collect them. They kind of seem to like me. I'm kind of a cat magnet. And there's this cat, he's very thin and he's ginger, and I called him Ed Sheeran, and he seems to come to it. He seems to like the name. He might not like his music, but he likes the name. And he kind of, when he comes up to me, he kind of goes crazy, like he's like a whirlwind, like a sort of like a merry-go-round, and he kind of whizzes round me, whizzes like this, whoa, 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 whoa. So it's called Ed Sheeran Cat. I can't see very well either in here. Like, oh, I can't see very well. I think I need my glasses. Wait a minute. I can't see very well. Can you see very well? I can't see very well in here. Oh, I'm just starting to eat Werther's original sweets and wearing beige pants soon. Right, oh, sorry. Ed Sheeran Cat is a manic for me. Zooms up on sight and whirls. Round my legs so fast he's a merry-go cat. Whoa, cat. He likes the girls. He's a ginger thin but not a biscuit. A tad eccentric but not a misfit. Like as if he's been on the sherry. He's not a slow cat, yo cat. He likes to unfurl, a skinny mini thinny, all gingery lean, but when he licks himself there's not much to clean. I wonder if he was a fairground ride in his previous life as a whizzy. Rushing round me makes me dizzy. He's an Ed Sheeran, a Mick Hucknall and a Boris Becker. A guitarist cat, a singer, and a tennis player, fancies himself as a lady slayer. A loving and a furring, he can't get enough, a bit like Depeche Mode in the 1980s, of the magical vibes of the Jasmine stuff.
Lovely.
Can I just do something a minute? I need to. It's not very professional, this, but I'm a one-woman band. I've got to go back. Sorry about this.
That's all right.
Sorry about this, guys, girls, and people who are not sure what they are. No, that's not what I want. No, that's an email from Charles about the mattress. That's no good. Sorry. I'm trying to find this video. Sorry about this.
No
I need to
problem.
get the Moss video up. Oh, sorry. You'll have to just, can you cut this out?
Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Just do your thing.
It's an advert on YouTube. Sorry about this. That's it. I've got the cat up. I'll sort that out because I'm going to do the cat in a minute. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, what was I talking about? Now I look like a Balkan woman asking for free coins. Give generously to somebody who already has a bit of money. Sorry. I like doing impersonations. I used to do them at school all the time. It's funny because everybody thinks I'm a bit an airhead because I like to clown around like that, but not a lot of people know this about me. I've got an IQ of 142. I was a child genius. I went to school a year early. I've got a degree. I like to get that. But I'm no good at math.
No.
But I also clown around a lot. I'm kind of like the Jerry Lewis of the female world, but not as aggressive.
What do you think how do you think your genius is manifested then, primarily? All this IQ you've got in your
I
head?
never thought of myself as a genius. I just thought I was a bit different from the other kids, you know, because I do like worksheets at school 3 times faster. And I read really quickly as well. I've got a speed reading. It's like about 730 words a minute. And my teacher thought that I wasn't getting on with the other pupils, and I was really only getting on with the teachers. And I had to go and see a child psychologist at the school, which was weird, because, like, am I a weirdo? Um, and I had to do an IQ test. I think it was the Stanford NIST or some, like, IQ test I had to do, and I was 142. That was when I was 11. And the woman who actually assessed me thought that my mother was descended from dwarves because she's quite short. And she said, Jasmine's very intelligent, but she's normal. She's just gifted. But you're obviously descended from dwarves.
So where did yours come from, Jasmine?
Pardon?
Where did your IQ come from? Was it on your dad's
It was
side?
given to me. It was given to me on a plate by alien invaders from the planet Zog, and they presented me. They said, "Look here, IQ, give it to you." And then they made me strap me down to this bed, and then they put these like things in my head and everything else, and then it was all black and whizzing and dizzing the room and everything. And then they put it in, and then hey presto, abracadabra,
Well, that would
shouts out.
explain it.
That would explain it. I just like to clown around, mess around and stuff. And at school I used to do, and in the choir sometimes I used to sing at school. And I'd sing in a weird way and then look very innocent. So I'd go like this. I'd be singing like the Beatles, Let It Be or something. And then I'd start going. And then I'd look really like me.
How did things change at all when they realised you had this enormously high IQ?
No, to be honest, because there was another boy in the class called, am I allowed to say his name? Does it matter?
Say whose name?
The boy at school who was really clever. I'll just call him Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point giving his. Yeah, just use a fake name. It's safer. You know, just call him something else.
Yeah, let's call him Andrew. Andrew's surname. That'll do. That's his name, Andrew's surname. And he was really bright, and we were kind of like in competition with each other. And when we did these Richmond tests, which were kind of like the culmination of like everything at the end, to determine which school we'd go into and which class we'd go into in secondary school. And I got 98% on this English exam, and he got 99. And I was so annoyed. I was like, yeah. I wasn't really. I'm not like that. But yeah, there was a bit of healthy rivalry between me and Andrew. Yeah.
Did you ace all your
Well,
exams?
do you know what? The funny thing is that I'm absolutely terrible at memorising lines. You might have seen me there struggling with my terrible eyesight with my poems. I cannot remember lines, and the only way that I could remember quotes, you know, obviously like for English A-level, we'd have to remember Antony and Cleopatra quotes or something. So the only way I could do it was I used to put it into a rap. So I had all these tapes at home, and I'd be like, oh, there's one about Columbus that I did as well for history, and it was Columbus sails the ocean blue and he discovered America in 1492, and it'd be going and I had all these tapes of raps because I love rap music. I meant classic rap from the 80s and 90s. I don't mean the auto-tune shit that's around today, sorry. You know, like the Beastie Boys. Obsessed, love the Beastie Boys. They're one of my favourite bands. They also like to clown around and mess around a lot. Do you like the Beastie Boys?
Then you went to university, I guess.
Yeah, I went to grammar school after primary school, and then I went to university. Yes,
And how was uni?
University.
Was it all right?
I loved university. It was so cool. Apart from the fact I got stalked.
You got what? Sorry.
Let's call him Dave, shall we? And he'd mysteriously turn up at the girls' toilets, and then he'd be like kind of going around, following around shops. And then he'd come with me with a bunch of friends to the Everyman Cafe, and he'd be sitting there staring at me, and it was really weird. But yeah, I got stalked. But everything else, apart from that, I had a really fantastic time. The tutors were great. I did women's studies, and literature, and part of that was in statistics. And even though I'm not very good at maths, I seem to be good at analysing and creating patterns and things. Charles thinks I'm autistic. He says he's sure I'm autistic. But it's just that I'm an INTJ. I don't know if you know anything about Myers-Briggs.
No.
Okay, right. Basically, you know the theories of Jung, and it's kind of like sort of stratifying people into different categories for work and for personality and things. So there's different, you can do these tests and then you can ascertain what type of personality that you are. And it all seemed to fit. Even though I'm quite extrovert and I can be quite friendly and I can be quite chatty, my private time, I'm very introverted and I like my own space and a very kind of, I find that if it's disturbed, that my sacrosanct, my little space, that I can't concentrate. I need to focus. I can only do one thing at a time as well. I find it very difficult to multitask. I know my strengths and weaknesses. And it's quite unusual for a woman to be an INTJ. It's normally men. There's only like 0.5% of women, I think, or 0.8 who are INTJs.
It seems to me that's something that might lend itself to artistic pursuits.
Yeah, it's one career, INTJs. They're more sort of science. I mean, I'm obsessed with robots and genetics, futurism, science. I'd love to meet Elon Musk, absolutely. Possibly to get his clothes off. I'm really interested in like Michiko Kaku and Brian Cox and just like science, but particularly genetics and robotics and futurism. And I love robots, cute robots, like Asimov and Short Circuit. I like all the big cult sci-fi films and things as well. Can I do another video now, or?
Yeah, do another video.
Right, okay. You can tell I'm a professional.
Well, me too. I mean, people who watch my broadcasts are not expecting it to be like the BBC.
You want to see my teeth?
Yes.
I've drunk too much coffee, and I have yellow teeth. And I just wondered, they don't look too bad. I've been using this toothpaste, but I don't want to publicise it or anything. It's published toothpaste from Amazon. It's like three quid a tube or something. It literally gets all the stains off.
I can't see any yellow.
Okay, right. This is a cat that there's Roy and Moss. They're named after the characters in the IT Crowd. And there's a really nice, they have an owner that's really nice and has agreed to let me use the video. I've been following them for a while. Roy and Moss, Norwegian Forest Cats, absolutely hilarious. One of the cats, Moss, is a genius. He's a super genius. And he's learned how to ring this bell to get a snack, right? But then after a while, he started ringing it twice. And I think he thought that he'd get 2 snacks. He's a really, really, really clever cat. And in this one, he's shredding paper and cardboard. And I think he's a conceptual artist on the quiet. Have a look at this. Can you see that?
Yeah, if you keep it just like that, that's perfect.
I need to read something. Moss is actually a Meowstro master conceptual artist who chews boxes and toys around them to reflect interdimensional juxtapositions of blue resonances and gender awareness. The bits of cardboard he chooses off represents people's fragmented experiences. He's a popular artist at the Tate. Even his photograph sells for thousands of pounds. His latest exhibition, sorry, this is really bad. Can you still see him? His latest exhibition is called Chewed by Cats, a deconstructed cardboard journey into social mores and fragmented gender identity by Moss at Tate Britain. And then you can see his royal floofiness. I love Norwegian forest cats and Siberian cats. There you go, see? He rivals Damien Hirst for conceptual art. See, this is his performance at the Tate. Okay, so we can just do this skit with Felicity with the paintings, and then if you want to talk about anything else about, I'm really into like bands and cartoons and stuff, so you want to talk about that or something?
Sounds good.
Okay, so I'll just do this bit anyway.
What are you going to do about the paintings or anything? Do you know what I mean? Because I can't really see them from, well,
Your painting. Well, this is just a video interview, so we can put like JPEGs of your paintings at the end of the interview
yeah,
and a
yeah,
link to the
that's a
show.
good idea. All right. Can you see me?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I want to tell you about something here. Wait a minute. Get your bloody arm out the way, you know. You're a crap agent. You crap handler. You rubbish. Right, now let me tell you about something here. Right, my name's Felicity, and I'm dressed up as silly childish. I have no idea where I got that name from, and I don't own a cafe in Chatham, in Kent. Get it? Chatham. I've got my pretentious artist Berry on, and my wobbly walrus moustache, which I like to go like that and undulate wildly. Now, what I want to do is talk to you a little bit about pretentious wankers exhibitions. Now, they always have some kind of ethnic clothing on, and loose pants and beanie hats or berries. And this is what they do. They'll have to come round here because it's no good. I'm too small and I'm too important to not be seen. I am the... Get out the way if you had enough for hogging the video, you fuckwit. Get out, you northern fuckwit. Now, here I am. Anyway, I'm the Donald Trump of cartoon cats. When I say goes. Now, here's the pretentious wankers at exhibitions. Oh, hello. Oh, I haven't seen you for a long time. Oh, yes, and the juxtaposition of the blue face. Oh, this is a really interesting painting. Oh, yeah. Oh, let's get a glass of bottom. Sop. Oh, yeah, right, yeah. This is the kind of thing that makes Jasmine want to blow her brains out. Every time she's been to an exhibition, she can't take it. Can you blow my brains out now for me, Felicity? Yes, all right. Now, I see blowing the brains out. Now, let's have a look at this now. Do you like my moustache?
It's very nice.
Yeah. But it's just, hipsters. They always have handlebar, walrus, moustaches, that kind of thing. And I like doing this with it. Now, let's have a look at these paintings. Right. You see this one here, the sea-eyed alien cat? I like that one because it's based on me. And I'm Jasmine's muse. Because Jasmine thinks I look like Marilyn Monroe. Now, I've had enough of this. Take it off. I'm sick of it. I want people to see how gorgeous I am. Right, so this is you can see how gorgeous she is now. I'll make you wear that next time we do another video. Right, now you can see now. See? Marilyn Monroe. Right, anyway, so this is me in this painting here. Three-eyed alien with a flying saucer of milk. But Jasmine likes puns. It's very pink, and it's very kind of sci-fi retro 1950s B-movie. Jasmine likes B-movies, and she watches too many of them, The Blob and Favourite, the 50-foot woman. And she always dreams of having a 50-foot cat, and then the cat can swash London and Kent into smithereens. Now, wait a minute, so that's a very good painting. You like that one? So let's have a look at what is this other one here. Oh, that's me as well. This is so kind of at the bottom. This is like kind of a dream of me. Kind of like what I would be like in a dream with fish and aquatic sea life, urchins, and kind of all beneath the sea, undulating like a mermaid. And then, wait a minute. Hang on. What are you laughing at, you northern... Oh, no, you're not northern, you southern fuckwit. Don't be rude to our host. Yeah, but he's trying to emulate me. He's got a yellow t-shirt on. He's poking fun at my colouring, isn't he? No. Sorry, I just laugh at myself. Just go on. But anyway, then the one behind you, that grinning git, I wouldn't be rude. He's a nice artist from London called Edgeworth Johnstone, and he does a lot. He's a very prolific artist. But I don't give a shit. Right, so I don't care. Now let me have a look. Now, wait a minute, we won't mention porn. Oh, well, never mind, it's too late. It's been mentioned. Best to get it out in the open on some occasion. Anyway, so now behind this man's got nothing to do with porn. We have this painting here called Zaza Cat Boar. You can tell it's Jasmine's lover, but again, that's me. Because it's me done up as Zaza Gabor, and I'm setting fire to all my ex-husbands. I wouldn't advise doing this because it's very illegal and it's very morally wrong and corrupt. But it makes it for a good painting. It's just that they didn't buy me enough jewels. But that's no so good enough reason. Now, the other paintings are not important. Jasmine has a great love of alternative music, and she particularly likes electronic music. Even from the 50s and 60s, Tom Disavelt and Daphne Oram and Raymond Scott, all the experimental music that was going on at the time. And she likes Kraftwerk. She's very fond of beat books. She also likes Ralph Potter. There you go, FFB. So, anyway, so that's a painting of Kraftwerk doing craftwork, literally knitting their own computers and things, you know, as you do. And the one at the bottom here, that's Gary Newman, and he's turned into a butterfly, and he's having dinner with himself as a butterfly down in the park, because as everybody knows who likes Gary Newman, he had a #1 or a #3 hit, I think, but down in the park. I like Gary Newman myself. He's very good. That's it, I've had enough now. Fuck off.
Brilliant, Jasmine, brilliant. I'm going to have to transcribe all this.
Oh no! You're going to have your work cut out for you, aren't you? Did you notice that your microphone, you've got kind of like a synchronicity there between the microphone, like kind of, what is that? Kind of like little plastic thing around your mouth. Do you know what I mean?
Sponge.
Yeah, the sponge thing. I can't really see very well because it's kind of a little bit obfuscated in the dark. But it matches your t-shirt. You've got colour coordination going on there.
The sponge is yellow, yeah.
Yeah. I know. I've had enough. I'm going over here now. Wait a minute. Hang on. Wait a minute. We haven't finished yet. Jasmine likes Cookie Monster. Sesame Street. I always think he looks drunk. Cookie biscuits. Yum, 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 yum. Sorry about that. I'll try and be serious. Okay, seriously, okay. Well, there's a lot of bands that I like. I've liked music ever since I was young. My mum was a professional singer in many bands, including a band called Witch Hazel. And she was signed by Mickey Most, I think, but then he didn't want the rest of the band or something, so they ended up losing the contract. She's a really good singer. Anyway, so I've always been brought up with music, bands, musicians. I can play the spoons. Would you like me to do that?
Yeah.
All right, you'll have to hang on a minute. I'll do my best. Can I go here? Because I need to bang on my leg.
That's great.
Right.
Brilliant.
It's a talent that doesn't get often very used.
Did you know that Soundgarden song called Spoon Man?
Pardon?
Do you know a band called Soundgarden?
Oh, Black Hole Sun I like.
Well, it's actually on that album. There's a song called Spoon Man on that album, and they have a spoon player.
Okay.
They have a spoon player on that song.
Yeah, he's probably much better than me. I'm very rickety amateur. My grandfather used to play the saw as well. He was much better than me. Not the spoon. Yeah, we're a weird family.
So you said you like alternative music.
I do. I mean, I like a lot of like mainstream bands. I like Tears for Fears and I like Beastie Boys and stuff like that. But I also like, there's a real gamut of music. It's very kind of eclectic and across the board. I like the Beastie Boys. I like 80s rap. I like Money Love, Beastie Boys, De La Soul, Meters. I like Not really. I don't like classical music. That's the only type of music I don't like. That's because I'm a cultural neophyte. I don't like classical music at all. I find it very dull, boring. But I'm trying to think now what I like. Anna Calvi, Saint Vincent, Saint Etienne, Grizzly Bear. I like Grandaddy, Mercury Rev. Uh, what else do they might be giants. Um, ooh, and I should have prepared this really, shouldn't I? My brain's
Got quite a few there. And do you make music yourself, or have you ever been in a band?
I used to be, as I said before, I used to be a semi-professional singer when I was a child. I used to do like Floor Pavilion. I used to do that kind of thing, like local theatres and things for performing. And I was in an opera society for a while called Una Voce, which was in the Wirral, but I haven't really had a chance to do any kind of singing or anything like that. And I'd really like to do it again, in some way, somehow, or whatever, work with people that I can do singing with, but it's just never really materialised at present.
Well, you can play the spoons, so you've got the music. You could just be your own. You could just be solo, doing your own stuff.
Yeah, I kind of prefer working with a band, really, or at least somebody else, like another musician or whatever. I also am very passionate about animation, and I love the animated series Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I loved the series in the 90s. I absolutely love it. Salem is a legend. Salem, and I like We Bear Bears. That's fantastic. It's kind of like a kind of social commentary and feeling alienated from everybody, and it's like represented through bears, and it's an amazing cartoon. I absolutely love that. DuckTales, I like House of Mouse, I like Hong Kong Phooey, yeah. I like doing that, so I like kind of making shapes. Yeah, so big on animation cartoons. Now ask away. Fire away, Mr. Edgeworth.
Jasmine Surreal, tell us about your association with Stuckism.
Right, okay. I joined Stockism in 2008. I was just looking around online because I was quite prolific in Liverpool. I was doing an awful lot of things with my art. But I thought I needed to kind of branch out and kind of do the London thing. And I joined in 2008, and then I think it was 2010, but actually I'm actually terrible with dates and times. But I did an exhibition at U2 and I met Charles, and the funny thing was he never said hello to me or anything when we first met. He said, "Why have you put a drawing in this exhibition?" And I said, "Well, you said it was okay." And he said, "Well, I didn't think it was that kind of drawing." And he said it won't last because he said there was no glass on it. And I said, "Well, the cave paintings at Lascaux have lasted millions of years without glass on them." He didn't really know what to say after that. He went very quiet. I'm a big god. I just kind of, if somebody's kind of a little bit like that, then I tend to kind of answer them back.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you also, sorry, pardon?
What value do you see in Stuckism?
Well, I think, to be honest with you, I think there's so much saturation of conceptual art in the media, and it gets fated as kind of like this be all and end all, and it's kind of like, I think traditional art has been sort of like phased out, and particularly traditional art that's imaginative and innovative, and it's been phased out, and you get like all these artists like Damien Hirst with a Shark Tank, or Tracy Emin with an unmade bed, or that chap who put lights on and off. Do you know his name?
Martin Creed?
Yeah, that might be it. And I was like, yeah, well, anyway. And I was like, putting a light on and off, but anybody could do that. And I just don't see the point, the value of that as art, because anybody could do it. The whole point of me to art is that anybody can't do it. It takes skill, years of determination, years of training or experience or whatever, to do it. And that just seems like any Tom, Dick or Harry could go in and go beep, beep, beep on a light and say, there you go. Just doesn't seem like art to me.
your favourite art?
To be honest with you, I'm not really big on art. I'm much more into music and animation. Art really doesn't fire me up as much as those two mediums. But I do like Rennie Magritte's. I like an artist called George Giardino. Oddly enough, actually lived around the corner from me, and I didn't even know he was an awful lot older than me. But we're doing the same kind of surreal, imaginative work. Oddly enough, he's done a painting of a bird with like a bow round its beak, and I did a bird with an injured beak with a bow round it, and I'd never even seen his painting. And he lived round the corner from me in a little village out of the whole of England. And there's all these like weird sort of like connections and correlations, and Charles is trying to kind of make a little bit more of him. He's trying to collect some of his work, and he's an amazing artist. He's brilliant, really detailed, really technically proficient, very imaginative. I absolutely love his work, and like some of Paul Rigo's work. Who else do I like? Bill Lewis's artwork actually in Stuckists. I think his work's very imaginative and interesting. I just like work that's kind of either humorous or kind of thoughtful. Not surrealism for the sake of it. That can be a bit superficial. I mean, like peeling the layers back and getting right into the heart of the matter. So you're expressing yourself through the medium of surrealism, but there's some tangible reality there to kind of ground it. So it's not just like fanciful and in the air. Do you know what I mean? I think that's because I'm a Taurus, you know, down to earth.
What do you make of the surrealist group, Andre Breton, Salvador Dali, or them lot?
Yeah, I don't really like Salvador Dali. I mean, he was like supposed to be allegedly quite cruel to cats as well, which kind of put me off him a bit. But I find his work a little bit superficial because it's like technically brilliant, and he's got all these juxtapositions of ideas and like dream states and sort of psychoanalysis and Jungian theory and all this kind of thing going on. But it doesn't really sing to me. It doesn't really hit my soul. It's not warm. Like maybe Rennie Magritte's work was more, there was a sort of more warmth to it, and I think that reflects the type of person that they were. Oh, I like Bosch.
Right,
Who's a
Hieronymus
90s guy.
Bosch.
Yeah, I like Bosch.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't painted for a long time now. I've got some health problems, some health issues. I've just not been in the right frame of mind to paint. I'm writing poetry more because it's a lot easier to do that rather than painting. Takes a lot of physical effort, which I'm just not. I can clown around and muck round and write poetry and stuff, but at the moment I'm just not doing any painting. I mean, it's just basically me on canvas. It's kind of wacky, it's eccentric, there's hidden depths there, there's little hidden images that you have to kind of look for, there's puns, it's kind of very colourful, there's a lot of things to do with cats, it's very, you know, escapist, there's a lot of things to do with musicians, bands, and I think the work's quite unusual. It has been rejected by a lot of galleries for being a bit too wacky and unusual.
Must be good then.
I don't know. I think I'm due to languish in obscurity for a very long time. Can I say my YouTube channel or
Yes.
not? Okay, it's Jasmine. It's just look for Jasmine Surreal. There's like crazy toy cat videos. Some of them are really the NHS one is really disturbing. With the NHS cats, the toilet paper in a bath, and fake blood. It's quite mad. There's some very strange videos on there.
Jasmine Surreal, all one word, yeah? Jasmine Surreal.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks very much, Edgeworth, for hanging the show and having an exhibition of your work and everything. It's been so long. I've not really had anything shown or anything for a long time, so.
Well, no problem.